not come through the legal process, or we're not supposed for them at them fuel stations, we also don't aim for remove them, and then we did part exercise triangle one right now. So we go encourage all importers them for make sure say them comply with the process, and all the manufacturers as well. Of course, the manufacturing side we don't experience improved revenue collection, but we expect more from una, you know. So on that note, I want for tell una plenty thank you we una come listen to we, and una going to see more and more of me at this station as time goes by.
Okay, thank you so much. I want to say Mr. Saliakone for can help we for, you know, deliberately talk about the key and important things them we get for do with the excise tax stamp. So family, we almost don't come, or we don't come to the end of this, you know, edition of the NRA revenue update. We will bring the program to you today. My name is Janet Jenny Khan. We want to tell plenty thank you to the guests today. We are Musa Saliakone, and also the one we help we produce this program, we are Albert Labale Jr. If you want to get further information, you can visit our Facebook page on the National Revenue Authority, or you can send me a message na www.nra.gov.sl, or you can also reach out to we on the Twitter page na, you know, NRA National Revenue Authority page, or you also go reach out to me on Instagram. If you want to talk to any staff at all, you can reach you out on with number 839-839. So till next time, I want to say thank you and a very good afternoon to you all.
The National Revenue Authority, when an NRA, don't bring to me the Electronic Cash Register, ECR.
You want monitor your business, GST register business. NRA don't bring, ECR don't come. Government say the ECR not for you. It process data, store data. The ECR not for you. Transmit data, ECR not for you.
What's in this? What's new pattern this?
Sorry, ma. I need to register your information at the ECR machine.
ECR? What's in that again?
ECR mean Electronic Cash Register. The NRA don't bring this machine for all registered business where they pay GST. And also with this machine, the NRA will help improve and monitor taxes and GST. With this machine, it's easy for like you receipt for all what you don't buy.
This na the Electronic Cash Register. With the ECR machine, you dey keep information, process data, record transaction, and get receipt.
You can get business and left person for one with collect, because with the ECR machine, all the record and transaction where the person do go there for you, and you will able.
This is the Sierra Leone Broadcasting Corporation. Hello and welcome to News Hour live on TV. I am Francis Bernard. First, our headlines. Care for All Medical Center provide free medical services to residents of the whole community. Advocate launches implementation of strengthening sexual reproductive health for sex workers and incarcerated women. And some road users raise concerns over the deteriorating road condition at Tree intersection. These stories plus more are lined up in this edition of the news broadcast live on TV. It's News Hour live on TV. You stay with us if you can. We start with our first story. Residents of the Devil Hole community in the Western Rural District have lauded the Care for All Medical Center for providing free essential medical services to the community. The initiative, which has been running for 3 years now, has been impactful to those who cannot afford health facilities. Jonathan Turner reports.
Under the leadership of Dr. David Selu, CEO and founder, the Care for All Medical Center has offered free medical screenings, life-saving surgeries, treatments, and the provision of much-needed medical supplies to hundreds of residents, including children and the elderly. Dr. David Selu said they want to ensure that the less privileged, especially the elderly and children, have access to the health care they deserve without the burden of financial strain.
Inspire me, but one of the key things that inspire me to do this, what I'm doing, I visited a particular hospital where I saw a patient lie outside the hospital gate, crying for help, and the hospital couldn't render any help to that patient because he cannot afford the medical bill. So that was the reason that I open this hospital, so that I can give medical help to people who cannot afford their medical bill. In this hospital, we have been giving free medical services to the community people. We have done free surgical interventions, free medical screening, and also we are giving help to the aged people.
Many residents echoed similar sentiments, praising the center not only for its medical services but also for the compassion and kindness they received from the staff. For a community that has long struggled for access to health care, the impact of Care for All Medical Center has been transformative.
For the fact that this particular locality is quite a bit far from the capital city, and of course Waterloo itself, where we only have one government hospital. So this particular hospital have helped in so many ways in the area of accessibility and also proximity. It has helped in those areas. Then helping people free, of course, it's also a laudable venture that this particular facility have been helping people within this particular jurisdiction.
As the center continues its work, residents of the whole community look forward to brighter and healthier society. For Slbc News, Jonathan Turner reporting.
Advocate has initiated the implementation of the Strengthening Sexual Reproductive Health for Sex Workers and Incarcerated Women. The 24-month project seeks to develop the knowledge of beneficiaries and provides them support to transform their lives. The inception ceremony took place in McKinney. From McKinney, Hassan Fore Kamara report.
One of the key population the organization Advocate has been working with are sex workers and women in conflict with the law. This project will continue to seek their interest. In an interview with SLBC, the program officer and head of Advocate Northeast Region, Mariama Masi Bangura, said within the 2 years of rolling out their activities, they would focus on collaborating with other organizations with similar aspirations to alleviate the challenges incarcerated women and sex workers faced through law reforms and awareness.
We had stories of lesbianism in prison. Are we teaching them the right method? Are we teaching them what they need to do? Most of our sex workers have been suffering with fistula, HIV, hepatitis, even simple as malaria. These are things, most of them have been raped, gang raped. They gave birth to twins, triplets. We have issues like that in McKinney. We have one who gave birth to twin. We have another one who gave birth to triplets. And the father is nowhere to be seen because they are being gang raped.
She defined them as a unique set of people who were more vulnerable and marginalized. Madam Bangura said apart from providing knowledge and material benefit, they were also focused on empowering them with alternative livelihoods. The President Commercial Sex Workers Bombali District, Princess Kuruma, told SLBC that the abuse they faced in the business was overwhelming. She said due to physical and psychological torture, many of them have succumbed to irreversible illnesses and to an extent lost their lives.
Maybe the sick typhoid.
Colleagues fall ill with typhoid, malaria, infection, cold, diabetes, and a lot more. But we only receive support for HIV. Other diseases like hepatitis, tuberculosis, we pay for the services.
Before we get that.
She expressed optimism that the project would not only provide relief and protection, but also viable substitute means of survival. The representative from the Ministry of Social Welfare, Zubairu Kanu, said the development could complement their work. He said bringing together sex workers has always been difficult, adding that the project would soften that approach.
We are happy for their work, and we are telling them and we are asking them to collaborate with other agencies for their work to be very easy, and for our own work also to be very easy.
So which way is the ministry will be supporting this project?
Well, in physically, material, let me say, monetary, of course, though there is no enough funds for that presently, but if they came to the ministry, if any of their activity reach in our knowledge, the ministry will take it up.
This strengthening sexual reproductive health for sex workers and incarcerated women through law reforms and awareness is funded by Amplify Change.
The launch of the third generation National Action Plan, SILNAP, marked a pivotal movement in Sierra Leone's journey towards solidifying women's role in peace building and security. Sierra Leone, the 16th country to adopt this significant initiative, demonstrated its ongoing commitment to the United Nations Security Council Resolution 1325 and 1325 on women, peace and security. Our intern Abubakar Kamar compiled the report and read in our studios by Jonathan Turner.
Women leaders, advocates, and peace builders assembled at the Atlantic Hotel for what can be viewed as a milestone, led by the Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs in collaboration with UN Women and funded by Irish Aid and the UN Peacebuilding Fund. It was a testimony to the resilience and determination of Sierra Leonean women. Over the years, the country has made remarkable strides in advocating for the inclusion of women in leadership roles, conflict resolution, and national security. At the heart of the launch, Minister of Gender and Children's Affairs, Dr. Aissata Mahoy, spoke passionately about the journey ahead. According to her, this is not just a document, but a call to action, as SILNAP 3 represents the voices of women who have fought tirelessly for peace, for their rights to be heard, and for their place in the security and development of this nation.
It is good that when you see people seated in the hall, you see faces that are determined, faces that are ready to create the change that we all desire. So it tells you that we are ready. We are no longer in the shadows, but rather we are here to create that change that we all desire. It's not for our living anymore, but the generation yet unborn. Tomorrow, they will say my grandmother or my grandfather contributed to the peace we have in this country and contributed to the development we're facing.
The 5-year strategic plan 2024 to 2029 outlined in SNAP 3 will build on the achievements of its predecessor, SNAP 2. It's designed to provide a comprehensive and multi-sectorial framework to ensure the full and effective implementation of UN Security Council Resolution 1325. This resolution, adopted in year 2000, calls for increased participation of women in peace processes and a gender perspective in all aspects of conflict resolution and rebuilding.
When women and its partners have adopted a broader outlook of their NAPs, using the localization approach to issues that fuel conflict, while leveraging on CSOs as a great vessel for contribution to sustainable peace. This involves supporting and establishing women-focused CSO coalitions to serve as a vehicle for joint planning, implementation, monitoring, and reporting in alignment with the Security Council Resolutions 2030.
SNAP 3 Action Plan aims to address key issues such as gender-based violence, women's participation in decision-making, and the protection of women and girls in conflict and post-conflict settings. These priorities are critical in a country that has endured the scars of war and where women continue to face challenges in achieving equality. Many believe that Sierra Leone is moving forward not just by words but through actions that resonate with the vision of women at the forefront of peace and security. SNAP 3 stands as a beacon of hope, lighting the way for the next generation of leaders and peace builders, ensuring that the future is inclusive, peaceful, and secure for all.
The community have raised concerns over the too many potholes on the Joy Hill Station Road. Some say this has even resulted to road accidents recently. Our intern Susanette Basi compiled this report, read in the studio by Christiana Kamara.
This is the state of the Joy Hill Station Highway. Drivers, bike riders, we are seen dodging the potholes to avoid damage on their machines. But this posed a serious risk to the safety of passengers and other road users. Alassane Kamara does mobile money business here along the pavement of the road. The condition of the road has resulted to damaging of vehicles frequently.
Once and the waiting take place now, then stone and the video under. So Mutka mass the stone, what pushing and it's way damage safe to the petroleum because everybody put some stone in there, we at least for let the got another deep.
For Thomas, a bike rider, the bad condition of the road cost them a lot.
They get bad effect on we. One, the accident every day. If not to God in grace, accident they happen every day. Because we how they balance the pothole then, they damage the bikes then. You know, even when we're in the car, water they settle all over now the street. Pass you get for take a very long time before ever the water they trail. So you get a bad effect on it.
The holes on the footpaths also pose a risk to the safety of pedestrians, especially at night, as major road that links Joy with other communities in the mountain rural area and even Freetown. Vehicle owners like Alassane expressed concerns over the condition of some roads in the western area.
The road are bad off from Regents, take Waterloo Highway, even inside town, Fobe Road, Kisi Road, all the road is them bad off.
The state of this road is a clarion call for the road maintenance funds to do the needful in order to save lives, especially during the rainy season.
Chairman of Police Council and Vice President of Sierra Leone, Dr. Mohamed Julle Jallow, has decorated 26 senior police officers with various ranks. The officers were said to have been promoted based on continuous appraisals, advanced trainings and competency interviews. Mohamed Kuruma tells us more.
26 senior officers of the Sierra Leone Police were decorated with various ranks ranging from Assistant Inspector General of Police, Commissioner of Police, Assistant Commissioner of Police, to Chief Superintendent of Police. The promotion, according to senior security personnel, was not only meant for decoration, but it signified the commencement of new responsibilities, renewed commitment, and better service delivery.
You are going to be trusted into new responsibilities. Maybe where you were before you got promoted, you are going to leave for another task. But I'm sure you will be up to the task. Coming into the job and rising up to this level means some hard work, some dedication, commitment. I wish to implore you that after you are committed today, you will renew your commitment, you will renew your strength, you will renew your determination.
Vice President of Sierra Leone, who also doubles as the Chairman of Police Council, Dr. Mohamed Julle Jallow, was pleased with the process, stating that the officers were decorated based on continuous appraisals from both senior and junior officers, national and international trainings, and also competency interviews based on their experience.
Today, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, is a very important day in the police, because today we are celebrating, we are honoring men and women in the Sierra Leone Police Force that have worked very hard over the years, and today the ceremony here is a symbol of their hard work, their dedication.
One of the decorated officers, who is also the Director of Corporate Affairs, Sierra Leone Police, Esther Kento Dukure, said she felt honored for the recognition of her hard work. She pledged a continued commitment to serving the nation. The promotion of the officers served as motivation to other officers who wish to attain such height. For SLBC, Mohamed Kuruma reporting.
As a way to thank President Bio for his numerous achievements during his first term in office, the Sierra Leone People's Party Western Region has organized a thank you celebration at the party's office at Wallace Johnson Street. The celebration was not only to appreciate the president's efforts, but also to inform members of the party of his major achievements, so as to educate them and others in their various communities. Stella Bangra witnessed the celebration and our report.
The momentous event, marked by a spate of jubilation, took place amid a jubilant atmosphere as members of the Sierra Leone People's Party came together to honor the president for his significant contributions to elevating Africa's global influence, but specifically to thank him for his major achievements for the country since 2018 to 2024. President Bio, hailed as a visionary leader and advocate for African representation on the international stage, was appreciated not only by regional executives but also members of the party. The event highlighted major achievements in areas such as education, access to electricity, improved healthcare systems, transportation, agriculture, peace and security, among others. Regional Chairman Honorable Manso Dumbuya said the event was organized to enlighten members of the party and fellow Sierra Leoneans on the meritorious service of the president, whilst calling for peace in the country.
So much appreciate, feel good about this country. As human beings, we must be thankful to it. We just have to come together as a region and express our appreciation for all the achievement that he has made, and then thank him. Well, I think the unity is a key to any developmental aspiration you may have. if the country is not united, it will be difficult for you to focus on anything good and come out with a better result. But when we are peaceful, we are united, we are able to understand each other, I am sure we will forge ahead. This is a big challenge, especially in Sierra Leone.
During the celebration, Regional Secretary Alhaji Dabo highlighted the numerous achievements attained by the President, such as 2.5 million children accessing education, fighting against corruption from 48% to 73%, improved infrastructure, enactment of laudable bills such as the Cybersecurity Gateway Act, among others, increase in budget support to the health sector from 6 to 11%, flagship feed saloon to sustain food security, and strengthening bilateral ties, among many others. As the western region of the SLPP thanks the President, the occasion serves as a testament to the power of collaboration, diplomacy, and effective leadership in shaping a brighter future for Sierra Leone. For SLBC News Hour in Freetown, Stella Bangura reporting.
Still with political parties, the Western Rural District Chairman of the All People's Congress, Honorable Abubakar Fofana, has recommended for the leadership of the Parliament to be developing proposals for lawmakers to undertake development in their district on an annual basis, as that would ease the burden on central government. He made a statement at the Devil Hole community during the turning of the sword for the construction of the first ultra-modern community health center in the community, worth over 100 million leones. Dennis Fraser was there and he now reports.
Devil Hole is a slightly plain and a hilly community situated along the Freetown-Maishaka Highway with a diverse population of mostly young people. But for a long while, the community has been without a treasured social service, a community health center. Locals only rely on few private medical facilities operating in the community or had to go to nearby communities to access health care services. In order to address this felt need, stakeholders, through the help of their Member of Parliament representing the community in councillors and local businesses operating in the area, saw the need to take upon themselves to address this challenge. Addressing his people, the Member of Parliament representing the Western Area Rural District, Honorable John Sati Kagbo, noted that as the people's representative, he prioritized the health and well-being of his people. The reason he was moved to champion the needed cause to have a community health center.
It is a clear manifestation of the willingness or happiness of my people. They know who I am. That's why my people are confident in me that since I've started this project now, it will come to an end.
While turning the sword for the construction of the first ever ultra-modern community health center in the community, worth over 100 million new leones, the Western Rural District Chairman of the All People's Congress, who doubles as the Member of Parliament representing Western Area Rural District, Honorable Abubakar Fofana, emphasized that development goes beyond political lines. The reason he recommended that Parliament, together with lawmakers, should develop proposals for MPs to undertake development in their districts on an annual basis as a way to ease the burden on government.
You cannot just bring all sort of project to community. You make a needs assessment survey and later you realize that these very communities that are in need of these categorize proposals for Member of Parliament to be able to undertake at least once a year a project in their community. In fact, that was the drive initially when we had community development from though the redeems, the political philosophy and ideology changes.
Committee members were delighted for the initiative and lauded the elected representatives and stakeholders for the move.
Honorary Member of Parliament, this is one of the projects that he really made efforts so that he can put on so that the people of the rural community can benefit. As we know, health is wealth. So by having a community health center in the rural community, this will help the people in the rural community.
For a deprived community like Devil Hole, the importance of its first ultra-modern community health center speaks volume of the efforts of the people for development. SLBC, Dennis Fraser reporting.
And now, the Dawatoni Organization for the Aged Dofa has held its first annual Thanksgiving service at the Sierra WAM Church in Freetown on the theme Wisdom Belongs to the Aged and Understanding to the Old. It was a moment to acknowledge the goodness of God and the lives of old people. Our intern Henrietta Coker put this report together, read by Christina Kamara.
The Thanksgiving service marked 4 years of dedication to the elderly in society. The Dawatoni Organization for the Aged has been providing free medical services, food and building of houses and toilet facilities for the aged.
So 4 years we say we've been able to build 6 houses for homeless aged, including toilet facility. We've donated a lot of food stuff to old people. We've donated mattresses, diapers, clothing. We've done counseling, taking the elderly out on a treat during festivity. We've done quite a lot, but we still want to do more because we have a flagship program which we normally do every first Wednesday in the month, which is free breakfast and medical for the elderly.
Olatunji Campbell, an important member of DOFA, lauded the founder for her great work towards the older people. She said the organization has been rendering all these services for free. They appealed to governments and other philanthropists to support their vision in changing the lives of the elderly people in Sierra Leone.
And see whether we could get 1 or 2 people who could come and support the organization. The government does not provide free health care for old people.
The DOFA organization has played a significant role in the lives of many elderly people, especially those who cannot fend for themselves. It was established in 2020 to seek the welfare of the aged.
The United Christian Church Primary and Secondary School has held its 3rd annual Spelling Bee public speaking and debating competition. The initiative was to build on the communication skills of their school children. Our intern Esther Kamara filed in this report, read by Christiana Kamara.
The chairman panel of judges, ultimately, female children are more sympathetic to their parents than male children. Children are regarded as the joy of many homes, the happiness of many societies, and the future of many countries.
Participants could send a strong message that if such platforms are given to children continuously, they will improve on their reading skills and develop the confidence for public speaking. It was a tough moment for the participants as they exercised their academic muscles on the various segments of the competitions, including spelling bee, public speaking, and debate. After several rounds, Ibrahim Ba emerged as winner for the spelling bee. Cecilia Kamara won the public speaking competition, and Desmond Kagbo clinched the mantle for the debate. The atmosphere was full of joy as those who emerged as winners and their supporters shout with excitement.
I feel so proud of myself, and I thank my teachers, especially my housemaster, Mr. Harris, which has been practicing me for so many days to win this special competition, which is spelling bee.
I feel very happy, proud. I went there to one day they should make themselves like how I did today.
Head of the school, Augustine Abu Bangura, said the competition is done annually to handpick children whom they will continue to empower for bigger competitions.
Today we have our public speaking, debate and spelling bee for all the sectors, including nursery, primary, JSS and also senior secondary school. Well, I feel impressed. We know they can normally do well. So sometimes we try to look at some of these things internally within our school in order to groom them not only to read and write, but also how to stand in crowd and also in public in order to see something. I feel impressed today.
Such platform to build the minds of pupils is essential for their academic good.
This is News Hour live on the Slbc. If you are just joining us, keep watching as we bring you more stories. We continue with the news. Government has over the years introduced many employment schemes, especially for young people, the youth in fishing, agriculture, car wash project, among others. Initiatives have seen many of them fend for themselves to have a livelihood. However, amid this effort by government, unemployment still remains high in Sierra Leone. As our intern Henrietta Coker visits some places in the capital to showcase what have some people done to make themselves self-employed, she filed in this report read by Moses Conte.
Sierra Leone's employment is still significant, especially among young people, despite government efforts to create job opportunities for them. And not every citizen is fortunate to gain an employment under the national payroll. The very reason some citizens in Freetown have taken upon themselves to engage in skill just to survive, while others may embark on illegal activities to make ends meet. But skills training, entrepreneurship are ways many could get their livelihood even without a formal employment that pays you at the end of the month.
I think it's a good idea. A good idea. Collect picking in the land, so picking in the street, one do the work there. When I go there, they go talk to the government, cow this certain, they go fine. If me they are not sabi nothing, they go fence outside, they engage me safe. If I be the thief safe, I go left for thief. If I get outside, they go back to the land.
Daniel is an auto mechanic who has been in the trade for nearly 15 years. For him, his skill to repair vehicles pay off.
Let the government put more effort and seriousness and put more money on this one because a very good idea, very brilliant idea. So the need for pumping money so that it will happen.
Car washing has been a major source of income for those who are without skills or those who are skilled but are yet to be employed formally.
Because some of you there are skilled man there. We're not happy who they was motor car. But who say God wants you for the moment, a day before you go do bad, we still say this option for we, it better. We go there and we always need assist. So if government don't put something like that, you don't say something like that, we pray now for they come to like we're glad.
When many young people are self-employed, it will not only contribute to the economy, but reduce crime rates as a whole. By investing in skills training and job creation opportunities, especially for young people, will do the country good.
All of us have our alma maters, the school or college we once attended. But how many of us have the opportunity and willingness to give back to that school or college which contributed to making the person we are? Professor Alusanjalo is one individual who is doing just that. The old pupils of the Holy Trinity Primary School and infant has been contributing constantly to his alma mater while inspiring the younger generation of the school. Surikama has more.
The Holy Trinity Primary School and Infants can count itself among the luckiest schools that have produced not only one of the most renowned Sierra Leoneans, but also one of the most generous. Professor Alusanjalo is described as the greatest donor to his alma mater. He is credited for supporting both the cognitive and recreational development of current generation of pupils.
In all my years I've spent here, I've never seen somebody who has done this for us. Solely Professor Alusanjalo, who has decided, through the grace of God, to do this for the children. He's giving back because he was like them, and so he decided to give back to the children. Especially when it's come to look at these things are recreational and extracurricular. It has been lacking in the school.
Prof. Jalo's contribution to the school has come in leaps and bounds. He started with the renovation of the school, which was already in a bad shape. Next, he launched a feeding program which is already in its 4th year. The head of the History and African Studies, Slbc College, said the present support is to help the pupils develop a healthy mind in a healthy body.
I strongly believe that you need a healthy body to have a healthy mind. So, as you know, football is. Let me take myself as an example. We used to play football on the streets, but now between Partin Street and Eastern Police, there's no football grounds to play football because they've occupied all the empty spaces. So this is the only empty space here. So I've got some goalposts, footballs, as you can see, and recreational equipment for the school.
All of us have our alma maters, the school or college which we once attended. But how many of us have the opportunity and willingness to give back to that school or college which contributed to making the person we are? Suri Kamara, SLBC News, Freetown.
Chairman of National Council for Technical, Vocational and Other Academic Awards NCTVA, Professor Babatunde Karim, has urged young people to strive for academic excellence. He made a call during an accreditation ceremony of Lillian Barton College of Public Health and Social Sciences for diploma and national certification programs in public health, mass communications, and computer science, among others. Mohammed Kouma picks up the story.
It was an exciting moment for the management and staff of Lillian Barton College of Public Health and Social Sciences and residents of the Yams Farm community as the institution received its official accreditation for diploma and national certificate programs in public health, mass communications, and computer science, among others.
Success of this particular event today is not only for me, it's for the entire team. And like you asked, it's not a secret. It's because our efforts that we've been tremendously put in to ensure that we see Lillian Barton succeed, I think that made us to actually succeed or to be where we are today.
Chairman of the National Council for Technical, Vocational and Other Academic Awards NCTVA, Professor Babatunde Karim, lauded the awardees for taking up such a venture, adding that the young people should strive more for academic excellence in order to maintain their accreditation.
Mushrooming colleges are complementing government's efforts. But you can only complement government efforts satisfactorily and do justice to those who are attending the institutions when we have credible certificates to show at the end of the day.
Community stakeholders, including chiefs, saw the venture as a boost to their community, adding that the institution would help reform and capacitate their children. Lillian Barton College of Public Health and Social Sciences was established in 2022 by some young university graduates who decided to promote youth empowerment through education. For SLBC, Mohammed Kouma reporting.
Not every day you get to see teachers being appreciated that much by their school administrators for the services they render to society in grooming the minds of children. On the celebration of World Teachers' Day, a primary school in the west of Freetown, Moridin Preparatory School Limited, chose to make the difference by honoring their teachers with cash and other awards. Christina Kamara witnessed the event.
World Teachers' Day on every October 5 is set aside to not only look into the rights and responsibilities of teachers, their conditions of service, but to celebrate them for their selfless services they render to the education sector and the society as a whole. It was on this basis that school administrators of a primary school named Moridin Preparatory School Limited in Freetown presented a surprise package in cash and other awards to their teachers. The gesture was to acknowledge their hard work and dedication to grooming the minds of their pupils over the years. According to the managing head, Mohideen Preparatory School, Michaela McIntosh, their action served as a booster for them to do more in teaching the children.
We are gathered here today to celebrate World Teachers' Day. Every year, the world celebrates Teachers' Day on October 5th. And this is because we want you to know that we acknowledge the efforts and hard work of every teacher present here today. As we partner with the Parents Association, we express our gratitude to all our teachers for taking care of these children as if they were your own.
3 teachers of the school, Rosetta Williams, Eliota Bangura, and Aaron Sise, expressed gratitude to the administration and pupils for recognizing their efforts and pledged to continue impacting knowledge into the lives of school children.
I feel proud and I'm also grateful to God for such a day like this, because it tells us that our work is not being done in vain. Our work is being recognized, and I know this as a starting point will serve for others, my fellow teachers, to know that teaching is a noble job and we must never relent.
My heart is full of joy and having the opportunity to be celebrated today as a teacher, and it gives me so much joy that what I've been doing as a teacher, and it's recognized to the pupils and as well as the management.
The whole thing, I really appreciate it. I know that I'm loved from the school. I am loved from the school and the parents too. So I'm happy to give that I got today.
Her parents, Dorothy Knox-Koba, commended the efforts of the teachers, noting that a child has been doing well academically because of these dedicated teachers.
Thank you very much for being a lifelong learners. Thank you very much to have all of these special needs and special skills to be able to handle our little ones.
It was hopeful that government and its development partners and the private sector continue to give the necessary support teachers need to improve on their living conditions, not only on World Teachers' Day, but practice that the society should embrace. SLBC News are in Freetown. Christiana Kamari reporting.
In an effort to promote education, 120 primary and secondary pupils at Sierra and Krojumi communities have benefited from learning materials provided by the Sierra Children's Empowerment Foundation. The back-to-school gesture, which was conducted at Bottom School in Freetown's Sierra community, was geared towards giving back to society. Christiana Kamara again.
As the academic year progresses, 120 primary and secondary pupils from the Frabe and Kujimi communities received learning materials from Sierra Children's Empowerment Foundation. The event was particularly significant as it addresses the ongoing challenges faced by pupils in accessing learning materials, which is crucial for their academic success, like books, school bags, pens, and other learning materials. Parents and beneficiaries commended the move by the foundation, adding that the initiative was timely even though they were not expecting those supplies. They further hoped for more organizations to follow suit in contributing to the advancement of education in Sierra Leone. A member of Sierra Children's Empowerment Foundation, Lynette Umuba, spoke on their intentions of extending their gesture to other communities, adding that the founder, Sierra, who lives in the United States, is zealous in promoting education for less privileged kids, especially girls. She added that the foundation foundation has also supported university students with tuition fees and other forms of support. This generous contribution is part of the foundation's back-to-school project aimed at giving back to society and supporting the educational needs of students in different communities. SLBC News are in Freetown. Christiana Kamari reporting.
The National Investment Board (NIB) has engaged private investors to discuss ways to improve on investment and boost the country's economy through the SDG Investor Map. The theme for the engagement was Pathways to Public-Private Investment. Bearing light on the SDG Investor Map, Suleiman Babature has the story. So we'll bring you that news in our next news bulletin. The women and girls participating in the She Leads program implemented by the She Leads Consortium have created national and district action plans to advance the She Leads movement. The She Leads movement, which operates across 7 districts, including the Western area, aims to empower girls and women in decision-making processes. Jonathan Toner has the story.
The She Leads Consortium comprises Plan International, Women's Forum, and Defense for Children International, DCI, is focused on promoting leadership and advocacy skills among young women and girls. Through their newly developed action plans, participants are optimistic about driving meaningful change in their communities, ensuring that their voices are heard at both local and national levels.
So that we are going to harmonize it so that we have a national action plan or national strategy so that we work together as a team for Sierra Leone, for She Leads Sierra Leone, because the She Leads Consortium is made up of Plan International, Defense for Children International, and Women's Forum Sierra Leone. It's a consortium project, and so we want them to come together as a team for Sierra Leone level so that they will come up with sustainability plan so that when She Leads goes away and they will have another group or movement that will continue to champion the goal or the objective of She Leads countrywide.
The girls and young women in the program highlighted their enthusiasm to take leadership roles in shaping decisions that affect them.
We have Bo, we have Tonkolili, and the likes, about 9 of them or so. So the organizations in these districts are going to come together and see how they can work together to amplify their voices on issues happening in their communities. So it is going to have a broader name of the She Leads movement, but they're going to take ownership of handling the issues and seeing how they can influence change in their communities about those issues. So that is basically what the She Leads movement is about.
The participants from various districts have developed national and district action plans as part of their efforts to push for greater representation and advocacy for the rights of young women and girls. Their optimism reflects a stronger commitment to fostering leadership and influence in decision-making.
Meeting with all the different organizations again that we form together the district movement, so we'll discuss again the outcome of this particular national engagement and then set our activity plans. Then we start to implement based on the principles that have been taught here today.
She Leads program aimed at empowering girls and young women in Sierra Leone with a focus of ensuring that their voices are heard in national and local leadership spaces. For SLBC News, Jonathan Toner reporting.
Well, from that, we now take some sports stories.
Welcome to Sport Update with Mohamed Simbiko Omar. Sierra Leone's national team, Leone Stars head coach Amidou Karim, has announced his 25-man squad ahead of the upcoming double-header against Ivory Coast for the 2025 AFCON qualifiers. Coach Amidou Karim featured new names in the squad, including the best player in the just concluded Under-20 Wafu Zone A Championship, Momo Kamara, and his teammate Nathaniel Jallo. Outstanding forward Issa Kalon also makes it to the squad this time since his stunning performance in the previous AFCON. However, Real Valladolid central back Abdoulaye Juma Ba declined joining the squad, citing his desire to focus more on his club duties. Sierra Leone Hockey has paid a courtesy call on the Minister of Sport, Augusta James Timmer. The courtesy call was aimed at briefing the minister about the activities of hockey in the country. Abdul Kabir witnessed the event.
The delegation comprised male and female players and executive members presented the minister with information about their achievements and future goals. Interim President Sierra Leone Hockey Clubs Abubakar Sisi highlighted the growth of female participation in hockey since its inception in 2013. As a token of appreciation, the team presented Minister Augusta James Timmer with a portrait of herself, a hockey stick and a ball.
We've been doing very, very well. You know, sports, you need to have the infrastructure. So what we actually did, we worked very hard to see how best we can network with some our colleagues outside Sierra Leone. They are the Sierra Leone Hockey Trust. So, in fact, they constructed the first hockey pitch, which we call the Field of Dreams.
The conference room was filled with joy to the brim, with both members of the hockey delegation and that of the sports ministry. In response, the minister expressed her full support for the development of hockey in Sierra Leone and commended the team's effort in promoting inclusivity and female participation.
When we realize that what you're doing is good, there is no way we can limit our support for you people, except if it's not available. But once it's available, we will always consider you as serious people. Yeah, thank you very much. I am happy today that you have joined the others because I've been in office for a year now, and I know you were preparing for this day. So I'm so happy today.
To conclude the visit, both male and female teams performed a symbolic demonstration of the hockey game at Bishop House. With the strong synergy and dedication of the players, the future of hockey in Sierra Leone looks promising. Abdul Kabir, Slbc Sport, Freetown.
That's all for sport with Mohamed Simbi Koma. Have a blessed time. Peace out.
I'm afraid we leave you here for this edition of News with Sport, and we have to go. But before we go, a reminder of our top stories. Residents of the Devil Hole in the Western Rural District have lauded the Care for All Medical Center for providing free essential medical services to the community. Advocate has initiated the implementation of the Strengthening Sexual Reproductive Health for Sex Workers and Incarcerated Women. The 24-month project seeks to develop the knowledge of beneficiaries and provides them with support to transform their lives. And some road users, including commercial bike riders, pedestrians, drivers and traders at Joy community, have raised concerns over the too many potholes on the Joy Hill Station Road. Some say this has even resulted to road accidents recently.